Morning students, I welcome you all for the online class of BST. As in the last class, we were learning about the topic that was the retail trade, and we started about the retail trade itinerants. We completed yesterday's class, and I said I will be continuing with the fixed retailers. Let us continue with the topic. Let us have retail trade, meaning once again recall retail trade. When we see student, it is that trade which is in which the person who is selling it is known as retailer and purchase in a small lot from the wholesalers, but in a wide variety that will satisfy the customers, and here and hence it is convenience for and it is easily available near the streets and near the society. Because of that, people prefer to go to the retail shops. Retail trade benefits we have learned to the customer, to the wholesaler, manufacturer, and then we proceeded to the retail trade itinerants. First type, that is the itinerant, small itinerants, and the second we will be proceeding today in the class, pick shop retailers. Itinerants refer to retailers who have no fixed place of sale. Student, once again I will want to recall once again all the points. They move from one place to another in search of customers. Student, definitely these are those people who are searching in search of as I introduced to you, you can see the vegetable vendors and the fruit vendors. They are known as itinerants because they are not having any fixed place to sell the product. Once today they will be selling at one place, and tomorrow they will be selling at another place. This type of retail trade is known as itinerants. Types of itinerants were there: hawkers and peddlers. As I introduced this also, they move from street to street in search of customers. Hawkers are the person who will be taking the goods on the wheel carts, and whereas the peddlers are those person who are walking or with the help of animals, they move from one place to another and sell the goods. As now today's animal is totally banned for any business purpose, so because of that now they are moving by their own and selling the products, like there are selling the local products. You can see the earrings and everything, the box they are carrying, and they are selling the jewelries, and they are selling the fruits likewise. The main features of hawkers and peddlers are they move from street to street in buses, trains, etc. in search of customers. They sell a variety of goods such as fruits, vegetables, toys, bangles, etc. They deal with non-branded and local items. They supply the goods at the doorstep of the customers. They have no fixed prices. The prices are fixed according to the bargaining between customer and hawkers or peddlers. Periodic market traders, when we see, these traders sell their goods on fixed days. In different marketplaces, their weekly markets are fixed. Example, Monday market in Karol Bagh, Thursday market in Kingswamp. This market you don't know, you can know familiar to your places, like Wednesday market is there, Sunday markets are there for the vegetables. These are the ways when there are, according to time period, they are selling the products. It is known as periodic markets. Next comes street traders. I introduced to you there. Street traders are those that are selling the products at busy street corners, pavement, bus stands, railway stations, etc. They generally operate near public places such as railway stations, cinema halls, bus stand, temples, etc. They deal in a variety of goods such as towels, handkerchiefs, things of daily use, mirrors, etc. They deal in low price products of common use. They are very popular. People find it convenient to pick up items on their way back from work. Cheap jacks, when we see students, they display their goods in hired shops or in tents for a temporary period in different localities. Main features are they hire small shops or display goods in the tents in residential areas. They ship from locality or to locality depending upon prospects of business. They deal in low price household articles. They remain in one locality for a temporary period only. Fixed shop students, when we see, there are those shopkeepers who are sell the products at a fixed rate. They are known as fixed shop. These retailers have the shops in the marketplace or residential localities. They do not move from one place to another in search of customers. Customers come to their shops in search of products. Fixed shop retailers can be further classified into two categories. Very first, small scale fixed retail shops, and second, large scale retail shops. Small scale fixed retailers. Small scale retailers are the most common forms of retailer. These shops are found in every corner of most cities. They are mostly situated in localities to fulfill the needs of people residing in local areas. Small scale fixed shops are of the following types. They are the stores. There are small shops located in residential areas. These stores deal in items of daily use like groceries, confectionery, stationery, soft drinks, etc. They have a large variety in each line of product. They provide free home delivery, credit facility and other services to their regular customers. They create personal relationship between the customers and they keep them happy and satisfied. General stores located in posh areas, means busy areas, also keep popular brands of products. Single line stores, when we see students, your grocery shop will be in general stores. Okay, single line store has a name is single line. They deal with one line of product. Like for example, Bata shoes, they will be selling the shoes only. The electronic products, they will be having electronic products only. They will not deal with the cosmetics and they will not deal with the shoes likewise. So that type of product shop is known as single line stores. Like garment shops, where the garments of children, younger children, women's and men's, all the things is available. It will be coming in single line store. Medicine shops, textile. This store deal in a variety of goods in that line of product. For example, store dealing in garments have ladies garment, children garment, gents garment, garments of all sizes, brands, etc. They are generally situated in marketplaces. They provide customer services which vary from store to store depending upon the type of the product. They generally cater to the requirement and particular category of customers. Specialty stores, when we see student, this store deal in a particular type of product under one product line only. The main features of specialty stores are as follows. These stores are specialized in one product only. For example, garment shop dealing with children garments only, sweet shop specialized in Bengali sweets, etc. They keep all the brands of that product. For example, jeans shop may have jeans of Levi's, Lee, Killer, TNG, etc. Customer find it convenient to enter a specialty store to take advantage of specialization in a particular segment of the market. Street shops, when we see students, these shops are situated at busy street crossings or on main roads or on corners of the colonies. They are also known as street stalls. Main features of street shops are these are temporary platforms used to display the goods for sale. These shops have a limited space. They deal in wide variety of low price articles such as hosiery items, toys, magazines, etc. These retailers display their goods on tables, stands, etc. Recently, there is a trend of keeping better quality product on these corners. For example, they sell imported cosmetics, garments, watches, etc. Second-hand shops, goods shop, when we talk student, these shops deal with second-hand goods or used articles such as books, utensils, furniture, etc. Main features of second-hand goods shops are these shops sell used goods. These goods are generally priced at low because they are used goods. They buy goods from private and public auctions. These shops are mainly for the poor people who cannot afford to buy new goods. So for them, one shop is there, second-hand goods shop. As the name is second-hand, so it is utilized goods which is in good form. Because of that, people sell it in the shops, and these goods are again sold to the new customers at a very half rate or at a very low price. Sometimes people have from high income group also visit these groups, like ancient potteries and everything is there. The ancient things are there which is in the demand. The people of a rich income group also want that collection. They purchase from the second hand goods shop. Second shop. This is not second hand goods shop. This is second shop. Second shop are those shop students. These are the shop to sell goods which are not produced according to the required specifications. Some defects are there. Minor which cannot be noticed also, that type of defects if comes in the production of the product, then that product is not sold in the market. These are sold in the second shop. A low, not very very half rate, but the prices are lower down as the damage is there, but the product is new. It is new but it is having some fault, maybe some scratch is there. That type of product comes in the second shop. So second shop main features are, this shop deal in the products which have manufacturing defect. Goods sold in these shops are not used at second hand. There are new defects goods. Okay, goods are sold at a heavily discounted price. The prices of the goods depends upon their defect. In some goods the defects are not easily visible, as I said. The prices of the goods depend upon their defect. In some goods, the defects are not easily visible. Many manufacturers have their own second shop to clear their defective stock. Sometimes these shops are set up temporarily by taking premises, halls, bank on hire. Large scale retailers, when we see student, large scale retailer deals in a large stock of goods and purchase goods in bulk. Features of large scale retailers are they require a huge investment. They have large size showrooms to sell the goods. They are generally located at a central place or in shopping centers. A large number of customers visit these showrooms. The most common forms or types of large-scale retailers are departmental store, multiple shops or chain store, mail order processing, consumer cooperative store, supermarket, franchise. Departmental stores, when we see student, a departmental store you all have visited or not visited, then you can see in the Durg many departmental stores are 1 and 2 departmental stores are there. In Raipur 1 and 2 departmental stores are there. The big mart where the goods, all the types of from one pin to a electronic goods, every product is available there in the same under one roof, under different departments. Okay, under there are different departments under one roof. They are selling the product. It is known as departmental store. So a departmental store is a large retail showroom having a number of departments under one roof, each department specializing in one line of product. Each of the department is like a separate shop with centralized purchasing. Selling and accounting administrative activities of the departmental stores are managed by a general manager. The general manager appoints departmental managers for each department. Main features of departmental stores are large size. A departmental store is a large retail showroom requiring a large capital investment. Wide range. A departmental store deals with a wide range of products from low price to very expensive goods. Different varieties of goods are available to different departments. Departmentally organized. The store is departmentally organized. Goods offered for sale are classified and each department specializes in one line of product. Central purchases. Purchases of all the departments are made centrally. The departmental managers give a list of their requirements to the general manager who makes purchase of all the departments. Central location. A departmental store is located at a central place or in shopping center so that people from different parts of the country can easily reach there. Services. Departmental stores provide a number of services and facilities to the customer like post office, telephone booth, restaurant, packing, free home delivery, etc. Elimination of middleman. Here departmental store strives that middleman must be eliminated because they make the unnecessary increase in the price of the goods. So departmental store buy goods in large quantity. They buy the goods directly from the manufacturer, hence eliminating the middleman, that is the wholesaler and retailers. Advertising. When we see student, the departmental store advertise on the large scale to attract the customer from far and wide. So once again, if we want to recall the features of departmental store, there are of large size, there is having a wide range, they are departmentally organized, central purchases is there, central location is there, services are there, elimination of middleman and advertising. Advantages. When we see student, merits of departmental stores are convenient shopping. Departmental stores offer a large variety of goods catering to the needs of household articles and for all the members of a family. A large variety available under the one roof enables customer to save time and the effort of making purchases at different places. Central location. The departmental stores are located at central places so that more and more people can approach these stores easily. Economics of scale. When we see student, departmental stores operate at a large scale so that can easily avail the benefits of large scale operations. Departmental stores buy goods in bulk, therefore they enjoy the benefit of special discounts. Elimination of middleman. When we see student, a departmental store buys goods directly from the manufacturer and sells them to the ultimate consumer. So it leads to the elimination of middleman and their profit margin. Professional management. Because of their sound financial position, the departmental store can employ highly skilled, competent staff. This leads to efficiency of operation and increased satisfaction of the customer. Services point of view. When we see departmental store has, we already learned they provide various services to the customer like free home delivery, discount, restaurant, etc. So this is a good point of the department. This is a beneficial point of departmental store. Due to pleasant surrounding in those stores, shopping becomes a pleasure for customers. Advertising. A departmental store can advertise on a large scale so that they have large financial resources. The sales promotion and advertisement result in increase of their sales like Big Bazaar. They sells, they make the advertisement of all the products available in under that department. It is not one by one the advertisement is done for the whole purchases of the goods. The advertisement is done once, and that is known as departmental store. For today's class, this much only. Next class we will be proceeding with the demerits of departmental store. Thank you and have a nice day.